How's it going, everybody? Texas Man here. Hope you're having a wonderful day. If you guys would, please give this video a thumbs up. If you guys do enjoy it, subscribe, of course, if you guys have not already. Also, do me the biggest favor of all, make sure you guys hit the bell notification button so you guys don't miss out on future content here on the channel. I do stream regularly on Twitch at Douglas447, so make sure you guys head over there, follow. I do things such as Destiny 2, Halo, Battlefield, Call of Duty, and other single player and FPS like games. And in this video, we're going to be talking about Rescuers Down Under, aka Rescuers 2. The film is about 78 minutes long and came out in 1990. You can, of course, obviously get it on DVD and Blu ray. Also, if you do have the Disney Plus subscription service, you can watch it that way. The film once again follows the mice of Bernard and Bianca to save a new kid named Cody, which, by the way, is not an orphan, from an evil poacher in Australia. I think the animation style in this film really works well. It is a product of its time, but it still looks good. Unfortunately, that's all I can really say about this movie in a positive light. I mean, the story is literally the exact same thing as the original, but instead of them saving a little girl orphan, they're saving a little boy that's been kidnapped by a poacher. And instead of it being in a bayou slash swampy area, it's in the Australian outback. You still have the very basic building blocks of the original, just with a new shiny coat of paint on it. Now, that can work and that can be fine, but you have to add some new stuff into the formula, and this film really doesn't do it. The film, unfortunately, is just bland. It's forgettable compared to the original. And I think one of the biggest components to that is the villain. The villain is very basic. The villain's not terrifying. It's just a very uninteresting villain having a poacher. I understand it makes logical sense in terms of villain given the Australian outback, but I just never was terrified by this character. I thought he was more of a nuisance, more of a roadblock for our protagonist to overcome instead of somebody that you could cheer against and wanted to be, defeated. The film also lacks emotional connection. Like, this film just lacks the same emotional depth and connection to the characters as the original. Like, I didn't care. And I knew everybody was going to be safe at the end of the film. I knew everybody was going to either succeed in their mission if they were the protagonists, and they were going to fail if they were the antagonists of the movie. I never felt as if though I knew someone was going to die. I never felt like anyone was in any sort of true peril or danger, even though they show these different scenarios where you think a kid or an animal is going to die. And I'm just like, in the back of my mind, I'm like, okay, it's a Disney movie. But also, the way it's presented does not present it in a way where I'm like, oh no, they actually may or may not die. I'm like, everything is very played safely. Everything is just very rated G, and they didn't take any risks with any sort of, darker like tones, unlike the original. The original has some really creepy and dark moments, and this film was very toned down in terms of the adult like themes. Unfortunately, we never got a Rescuers 3. There was a plan for there to be a third film. I mean, if you guys have watched the original Rescuers movie, the film kind of ends in a way where it sets up the ability to have it where the Rescuers could have been a franchise. There could have been, 6, 7, 8, 9 of these things. Me personally, I was always surprised that we only got 2 and we never got any more. Unfortunately, the actress that voices Bianca died in 1995, which is why the third film never happened, and why they don't ever plan on doing another one, because all of her co-stars have stated they're like, we don't want to do a third one because she won't be in it, and we don't want to replace the character with a different voice actor to make that character come to life. And I can understand that, and that is fine, and it is kind of sad that we'll never get any more. I do wish that they did do a third one, at least a third one, even if it was with a different voice actress, just to wrap up the plot, to wrap up the characters, and to make it a complete trilogy from start to finish. That would have been kind of cool. But I can understand and I can respect why they never planned to do a third film. The Rescuers Down Under, it's a great movie. It has a lot of flaws. It is very basic. It is very similar to the original, but it's just, a new coat of paint put onto the exact same formula as the original. So I'm going to give it a 7 out of 10. Thank you for watching. Have an excellent day, and look forward to more videos coming out soon. Bye, guys.